Good evening, everyone. This is Chad Millard. This is for my outcome project. Today, I selected the individual plan of study focused on career interests and social and emotional growth measured locally. What this is going to be based on is students' future outside of school, and then their social and emotional growth, not just within like school outside, but outside of school is like how they interact with community and what community is searching for from our students. Surprisingly, that's not always only just for academics, but as how they socialize, how they work hard, or are they on time, a lot of citizenship. So that's why I combine these two together. Um, First step we need to do is identify. So what problems are we facing? And this is something that we look at from inside our school and the outside world as well. And what are our goals for our students? Next one is compare. What is expected for our students when they graduate? What are employers looking for? Not just so much academic, but what are they looking for as an individual working, such as being punctual and how they work with others, teamwork, direction following, and things of that nature. And then we also want to look at how other schools are preparing their students as well. Our next is GAP. This is where we're going to surveys of staff and employers. We're going to use perception data and student learning data to understand how our students in life after leaving our school. So how our students are behaving once they leave our school, how are they doing? What are we currently doing? How are we preparing students for real world experiences? And how are students functioning in the community? And then just take a second, I'm using different infographics. Here you go. All right, then the next step is our action plan. Students will start early in a career field interest. According to the video that when we're watching this, that it's earlier the better. So students are going to start looking at things of their interest, maybe not so much as a career, but things that excite them and that they're passionate about. We will do a yearly check and discuss with students and their goals. Are they reaching them? Are they still having the same interest? And things of that nature. Staff will also help find classes, clubs, and teams that will support them in their career field choice. This is a great way to get them into more real world type of things where they can learn about it, study it, understand what it needs to be in that field. And then also with like teams, you have to work together with a group and how you accomplish goals. And then students will meet with their counselor and advisor to learn about citizenship. So we're going to take time with our counselors to not just always be about academics, but how do you become a good citizen and what does society look at as a well-rounded citizen as from when they leave our school. Next is our implementation. What professional development is needed for staff? Obviously, we're going to need some professional development as we're trying to focus in to these ideas. How can we build a school and community relationship? So when we are going to be trying to figure out how our students are doing, we need to build that strong community relationship with not just community and how our behavior is, but within businesses and build a rapport with those groups to understand how our relationship is with our students once they leave our school. And then we're going to think about, do we need career advisors? And the career advisors are kind of help students when they probably get in the high school level, maybe in middle school, start understanding what they need to do, what classes they should be looking at, and kind of get to break it down. A lot of kids have just these big ideas, but they might need some guidance into what do they need to do. And not also career advisors will not only just look for like what universities and things like that, and what you need to major, what class you need to sign up for, but also the ones that might want to go to tech school or work right out of school for parents, just something like that where they're going to have to work with that advisor to figure out what they need to do for whatever their goals are after school, they leave our school. And then our evaluation plan. How did our plan meet or not meet our goals? So we're going to be probably about 3, maybe a 5-year data collection, and then that's when we'll come back and see, is it having any impact? Where do we fall short? Where are we exceeding? how is that relationship building between community and school, and how the staff is working, things of that nature. And then we're going to look at what improvements do we need to make to help students be successful when leaving school. So not only are we just going to evaluate how we did, but we need to sit down with those students and see where we fell short, or what they said, hey, when I left, I didn't know this or I didn't know that, and those type of things. So I thank you for listening to me, and I look forward to hearing from the rest of you. Have a good night.